Okay, folks, this is question number 20, looking at how we simplify a pretty nasty looking, I would say, grade 8, grade 9 algebraic fractions involving a big mass, okay, connecting like terms, factorization, yeah, and also how to add, subtract, and divide and multiply with algebraic fractions. Okay, so this is question 20 from the November 2023, okay, paper 2 higher tier. And it's worth 4 marks here. I think it should be 5 here because that's quite a nasty question. It's a 4-mark question looking here, simplifying an algebraic fraction. Okay, so that's to write 14 over 3x minus 21 plus in brackets, okay, so square brackets, x plus 4 divided by 2x squared minus 6x minus 56 all over 2x plus 3 in the form ax plus b over cx plus d, where a, b, c, and d are in this case the whole numbers. So here, okay, following big mass. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it as 14 over. I'm going to factorize this part first, okay, just for the sake of practice. I'm going to have 3 lots of x minus 7, okay, yeah, so factor out a 3 out of 3x and minus 21, okay. That's step 1. Okay, I'm now going to do adding. Now do the bit inside the brackets, okay? So, dividing case, remember, keep, flip, change, or keep, change, flip, or swap, flip. So, you keep the first fraction or number the same, or the first term the same. You flip the second fraction, okay, so that's going to become 2x plus 3 over 2x squared minus 6x minus 56. And then we're going to change that divide to a multiplication sign. Okay, I'm now going to factorize this quadratic here. So I'm going to take out 2 as a factor because, yeah, this isn't even here. So 2 minus 6 and 56 are all even numbers. So I'm going to take 2 out as a factor. I'm going to have 2 brackets x squared minus 3x minus 28. Okay, I'm now going to factorize this quadratic again further. So this will go to x minus 7 and x plus 4. Okay, so 2 numbers that make minus 3 and times to make minus 28. That's minus 7 and plus 4 and minus 7. Okay, so you can obviously check that, yeah, if you're unsure about any bits that I've just done there. Okay. So this is factorizing x squared minus 28, minus 3x minus 28. So 2 numbers that make minus 3 and the same 2 numbers here that times or multiply here to make minus 28. So that'll be minus 7 and plus 4, plus 4 minus 7. Okay, it doesn't really matter which way around you do it. Okay. I'm going to write this over 1, just for obviously the sake of ease. I'm now going to cross cancel, so I'm going to cancel this with this. So I'm left with, okay, 1 times 2x plus 3, so I'm going to have 2x plus 3 on the top. On the bottom, guys, what am I going to have? Well, I'm going to have 1 times 2 brackets x minus 7, so I'm going to have, yeah, I'm going to write it as 2x minus 14. So again, yeah, for the sake of ease. Or actually, I'm going to leave it like in bracket here just for now. Okay, I'm now going to bring forward, yeah, the 14 over 3x minus, 3 brackets x minus 7. Okay, and I'm going to be adding, okay, 2x plus 3 all over 2 brackets x minus 7. Okay, what's next? Now this part is a bit more trickier. So I've got a common factor of x minus 7. One's a 3, one's a 2. Now to make it a common denominator, okay, I'm going to multiply this first fraction, top and bottom, by 2. So I'm going to have 28 over 6 brackets x minus 7. And then I'm going to multiply top and bottom of this fraction by 3. So I'm going to have 6x plus 9 over 6 brackets x minus 7. Okay, so essentially I was looking for the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2. It's going to be 6. Okay, I can now add my fractions together because I've got a common denominator. So on the top, I'm going to have 28 plus 6x plus 9. So that's going to be 6x plus 37. Okay, 28 plus 9 makes 37. All over. Now, if I expand the brackets on the denominator, I'm going to have 6x minus 42. That, guys, is my final answer to this nasty looking grade 8, grade 9, simplifying a tricky and a nastier algebraic fraction involving quadratics, factorization, collecting like terms, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions. Okay, and all that was worth 4 marks. Okay, so yeah, I hope that makes sense, guys. Okay, again, any questions, put it in the comments below. Yeah, but that, I would say, yeah, this is going to be quite a question here that I'm very, very likely to predict there's going to come up here on your papers 2 or papers 3 for higher tier Edexcel, maybe even OCR, maybe even an AQA. Okay, it doesn't require a calculator. Yeah, that's how we simplify tricky and a nasty algebraic fractions involving big masking. So all you're going to be do the bit inside the brackets first. When you're dividing fractions, remember the KFC acronym: keep, flip, change. So keep the first number and or term the same. Okay, if it's a whole number, write it over 1. Okay, if you're unsure. Okay, yeah, for example, and then flip is to flip the second fraction. Okay, and then change. Divide to a times. Okay, I'm making this one up on the spot. And then when you multiply, multiply top bottom by bottom. Look for cross simplifying. So look at how you can obviously cross simplify, cross cancel. You cancel. Watch out for those in the exam. Okay, obviously simplify before you get your final answer. Okay, that's what I did obviously here. Okay, that's how we simplify it. Okay, because here I can do x times y over 1 times x. That'll be x y over x, and then divide everything by x. Okay, or I could have recognized that x over x just makes 1. Okay, so now I get 1 times y is y over 1 times 1, which is 1. So I have y over 1, which is just y. Okay, so so practice cross simplifying fractions when you multiply. Okay, so so not always but if you can get in the habit of cross simplifying. So look at your leading diagonals, if there are any common factors that I can divide by. If they're both even, divide it by 2. If they're both divisible by 3, divided by 3, so on and so forth. Okay, and then collect your like terms. Remember, when you're adding or subtracting fractions, whether numerical or algebraic, you have to have a common denominator. That's key. And then obviously you would add or subtract your numerators where possible. Okay, thank you.